Hey friends, on my way to church, and I'm walking there too. I feel like driving and then looking for parking as soon as I got there, and I said fuck it, I'm gonna walk. Don't make sense. So guys, should you give your children allowance? Right. Should you give your children allowance? Now, when I was a kid, my uncle, my aunt, and my dad gave me allowance. My uncle, my aunt, my dad gave me allowance. So, I was one of those spoiled brats, for real. I used to be a spoiled kid. My uncle used to buy me everything. My aunt used to buy me everything. My dad used to buy a lot of stuff for me. My grandmother used to buy me stuff. So I was one of them spoiled brat kids. Okay? Spoiled brats. So I really didn't, how can I say, appreciate too many things, right? Because when it's given to you, you're not really appreciating it. You're just like, oh, well, okay, uncle gonna give it to me. Mom gonna give it to me. Grandma gonna give it to me. Shit. That's how you think, right? So you grow up thinking like that for real. So when I was 18, that's when I had my daughter, they stopped giving me because now, they're giving my daughter stuff. So I still was kind of dependent on them giving me stuff. So as I'm an adult and I have 2 children now, right? I realized that when you give your children allowance, whether they doing something for it or not, because for me, I wasn't doing nothing for it. They were just giving me the money, right? I wasn't washing dishes, cleaning up, and doing none of that shit. No, that's not what it was. So for my kids, they're 9 and 16. I make them clean their bathroom because they have their own bathroom. And I make them clean the kitchen. And I make them clean their room. Okay? And I make them clean their room. Okay? So I give them allowance, right? For that. But my 16-year-old, I stopped giving her allowance now, right? My 9-year-old, I still give it. She still do the dishes. She still do that. My 16-year-old, she's still doing the dishes. She's still cleaning up. But now my 16-year-old, I help her start a business. So I don't have to give her my money no more, right? I helped her start a business. So instead of now giving her money for doing the things she's supposed to do anyway, I said, you know what? She gonna learn how to make her own money. I'm tired of giving her $250 a month, because that's what I was giving my 16-year-old, $250 a month, and I was giving my 9-year-old $20 a month, right? So I'm like, nah, my 16-year-old about to learn how to make some money, okay? So I showed her how to start a business. So she sells these positive chakra bracelets, okay? These positive chakra bracelets, right? And I told her, right? You got to learn how to hustle, right? For the things that you want. You got to learn how to work for the things that you want. And this is why I tell you guys, right? If you have children, if you don't start a business, how do you teach your children how to do something? This is why at the end of the day, we got 40 and 50-year-old children living with their parents, because their parents never taught them anything different. So now my daughter, she ain't depending on me. Oh, Mom gonna give me my $250 a month. And that's what she was thriving on, for real. Now, $250, she get little nails done, she get little hair done, whatever she paid, part of her cell phone. That was it. Now she know already, right? It's been like over maybe a month, and she made close to $700. So in her mind, it's like, all right, well, if I can make $700 in like 6 weeks, that $250 Mom giving me ain't shit. So I want her to think that, oh, Mom can't give me shit. I know how to work for that now, right? So I'm programming my children. Now my little one, she wants to sell something when she goes back to school. So we brainstorming about that, on what she gonna sell. Okay? So should you give your children allowance? Yep. And make sure they work for it. But there comes a cutting point. It's a point that you cut off and you say, I'm not giving you no more money. But you don't just snatch the money from them. You don't just snatch it from them and say, I'm not giving you no more. What will be the alternative? Because the reality of it is the child still needs money. Your child still needs money. Your 16-year-old, your 14-year-old, they go to school by themselves. They need food to eat. They need food to, drink. They need, trip money. They need all this stuff, okay? They need all of this stuff. So you can't just, treat them like welfare and snatch all the resources from them. No. How are you now going to help them get money? Right? That's why it's so critical that you learn a skill of being a business owner. You learn the skill of website creation. You learn the skill of selling. Because now all you're going to do is transfer that energy or that knowledge to your children. This is what wealth is, friends. Right? We hand the knowledge that we got that helped us prosper to our children. It's not rocket science. But if you're scared to start a business, you're scared to learn how to make your own money, you scared to learn how to get your own income and be a boss, you can't teach your children shit about that. That's why it's so critical, friends, that you invest all your time, all your money into becoming better. You invest all your time, all your money into becoming better. You invest all your time, all your money into learning something new. We are our children's first teachers, not school. Not school. We are. It's hot. Just got my little thing on. All right. So we are the first teachers. If we can't teach our children anything about money first, the school sure ain't going to teach our children anything about money. So start your business, friends, part-time. Whether you're going to start your Amazon, you go to createmyownEconomy.com. Or unless you're going to start you a financial education business, which I think everybody needs that. And then now you can be able to have new resources. Now you can have new knowledge. So now you can teach your children new things, friends. Let's adopt, right? Let's adopt the obligation of building wealth and a legacy. Let's be obligated to that, right? Let's make that our priority. Let's not make lace fronts a priority. Let's not make Jordans a priority. Let's not make a car a priority. Let's make building wealth and a legacy a priority for now and our children. So I'm going to church. It's loud in here. So I'll see you guys. I'm in church now. I'll see you guys. Happy Sunday.